Welcome back to Gyan Darshan tutorial page. Here in this video, we are going to discuss about the journal entry of the transactions in the books of Mrs. Ram Enterprises. We have discussed up to 25th transaction. Let us begin from 26th. Here the 26th number transaction is that bought stationery for cash rupees 5,000. Now, stationery buying is a usual procedure for an office. What do you mean by stationery? Stationery means variety of items from cleaning department to accounting department. All department needs miscellaneous items like some needs brooms, some needs pen, files, registers, polythene bags, etc. All this comes under stationery, pin, etc. So the business has bought stationery for cash. Stationery account debit to cash. Why stationery account debit? Because it is an expense, it is increasing. So debit, and cash account is an asset, it is decreasing after payment of cash. So it shall be credited. So the journal entry shall be stationery account debit 5,000. Excuse me, sorry, to cash account credit 5,000. Narration will be being stationery bought for cash. 27th transaction in the books of Mrs. Ram Enterprises on 5/1/2025. They paid rent by check. If we are doing business and the property, the business house, the office, which is not ours, we have hired it from someone else for office, then we have to pay rent. And here that happened, they have to pay rent, and the rent has been paid by check. So rent is an expense, it is increasing, it shall be debited. And bank check will decrease money from bank, so bank account as an asset is decreasing, so it shall be credited. So journal shall be rent account debit 10,000 to bank account credit 10,000. Narration will be being rent paid by check. Now 28th number transaction in the books of Mrs. Ram Enterprises on 5th Jan is paid electric bill rupees 1250 via BHIM UPI. Here in this transaction again electric, if we are running offices, businesses or anything, we need to consume electricity, and we have to pay electric bill every now and then. For that, electric charges account as an expense shall be opened, and that account shall be debited as an expense. Electric charges account debit. Electric charges account debit 1250. And since the payment has been made via UPI, it will decrease bank account, not the cash account. So to bank account credit 1250. Narration will be being electric charges paid by check or paid by UPI. Now 29th transaction in the books of Mrs. Ram Enterprises on 5th Jan 2025, that they had to spend money on tea, tiffin, snacks, cold drinks, bills, drinks, etc. Rupees 6,000. And for this again the payment has been made by UPI. Now for all these expenses, usually the business opens tea and tiffin expenses account or entertainment expenses account. Here we will open entertainment expenses account. Entertainment expenses. Sorry. Account debit how much rupees? 6,000. To bank account credit 6,000. Why entertainment expenses debit? Because expenses, whenever expenses increases, it is debited on increase, and for assets, it decreases, it credited. Here, bank account it is an asset, and the money is decreasing from the bank account. Narration for this transaction will be being entertainment expenses paid via UPI. 30th transaction in the books of Mrs. Ram Enterprises is that general expenses paid by check 4,750. General expenses are the usual business expenses. It is like trade expenses. So another expenses increasing, general expenses sorry, general expenses account debit 4,750. Sorry, to bank account credit 4750. Narration will be being general expenses paid by check. So here we have discussed up to 30th transaction. Thank you. If you have any problem, please WhatsApp me on 9333124957, or even you can talk to me via email. My email ID is BIPINSANDILYA3974 @gmail.com or @yahoo.com. Thank you.